Hello, welcome to the Comic Bros Authority podcast, where two brothers read and discuss comics and graphic novels and go into a deep discussion. I'm your host, Andre, and with me is my ever loving brother, Miles.
Hello, hello. Hey, today I guess we are, since, some big news came out of San Diego Comic-Con, here we are to talk about one of our favorite stories of a character that was introduced, Doctor Doom.
Love him. Loved a dictator.
Oh, yeah, it's probably the only dictator that I actually like. But I don't like him because of the shit he does. I like him because he's a complex character, and he's not hurting any real people.
Yeah,
Because he's
exactly.
fake.
Yes. So, as you may have heard, Robert Downey Jr. has been cast as Victor Von Doom, as a variant of Tony Stark, or whatever the hell they're going to be doing. It
I don't even
remains
think
to
that.
be seen.
Yeah, I don't even think that's the case. I think he's going to be Victor Von Doom. So I don't know if he's being introduced in like Fantastic Four, going on to the MCU, or I don't know.
Yeah. They said it was going. He's going to first appear in Fantastic Four, and then Doomsday.
Oh, I mean, all right, good, because he's a Fantastic Four villain. But today we are talking about the excellent graphic novel Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom: Triumph and Torment by Roger Stern, Mike Mignola, and Mark Badger.
Hell yeah! Honestly, I fucking love this book.
Yes,
It's
this.
so good.
So this one is like one of those stories. Like, all right, if you like Doctor Strange, you like Doctor Doom, this is the story to read. And when I first read it, I was blown away by how great it is. It's great characterization on both the Doctors, but mostly Doctor Doom. Now rereading it for this podcast, I'd have to say it's jumped even higher. It's a great one and done. It's just recently been reprinted. So this is a fantastic story. So let's get into it. So Triumph and Torment. I really like it.
Yeah, rereading it, it's fantastic. Just I think what really draws me to it is Mike Mignola's artwork, because you don't he's mostly known for doing Hellboy and
Yes.
Hellboy Universe, BPRD, Lobster Johnson, all of
Abe
that.
Sapien.
Abe Sapien. Yeah, that whole universe. So when you see him do like mainstream mainstream big two work, it's such a treat.
Yeah, exactly. And since this predates Hellboy by about 4 or 6 years. In between that, I know his art style is very different in this. It's this artwork that he has in here is a lot more scratchy. There's a lot more lines and everything going on. There isn't a lot of that like kind of noir like half shading and a lot of that going on like what you see in Hellboy, especially in Hellboy.
Yeah.
Or Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, the signature Mignola style.
Yeah, so this is very different, which I love to see. I especially love to see that in like the evolution of artists. Like seeing Todd McFarlane on early Hulk, and then you see Todd McFarlane doing his Spider-Man or Spawn. Who is the colorist on this? The ink and color is Mark Badger, which I think this is like the late 80s style from like Marvel graphic novels where they do a lot of like airbrush going on. I think it's airbrush. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I am not an artist whatsoever. I draw stick figures. And I don't know color theory.
And you do it well.
Thank you. I mean, this has a lot of excellent art in it. It's very fluid. You can see what's going on, and it's totally in the realm of Mignola, where he likes to draw creepy shit.
Yes, yes, of course. And I think what the story is, about mysticism really fits his style.
Yes. Yeah, because yeah, of course we all know Hellboy is very into the occult. It's very horror inspired.
Hmm.
If you know them just from the movies. So, and I've only read a little bit of Hellboy, but I've seen a lot of art from it. I know what it's about. It's in Comic Zeitgeist. We all know what it's about. If you're new to that, then we'll probably do an episode of Hellboy. I just recently got a lot from Humble Bundle, so I'm ready to dive into that universe. I mean, so basically, what the story is about, not to jump all over the place or anything, but I do want to get into the story really
Yeah,
quick and
yeah,
like
of
do a quick
course.
overview. It's about Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom going into hell to rescue Doctor Doom's mother's soul, which I thought was like awesome, like an awesome concept and
Oh
everything. And
yeah.
Roger Stern, I think the way he paced out this book is just so damn good. Uh,
Yeah, and there's always just like he does drama so well, and I think he just like he knows the right words for Doom. I mean, you
yes,
have to have that cocky, that brash, dialogue when it comes to Doom, because Doom, he believes that Doom is the best at everything, better
yes,
than that
yeah,
fool Richards.
yeah, exactly. Richards. Uh, Yeah, so when it comes to this, Roger Stern, he really knocks it out of the park. I think the structure of this graphic novel works really well because you kind of have like your beginning where it's told through what's his name, the aged Genghis, where he kind of gives you the backstory of Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange, and they both kind of like trained in the mystic arts and everything like that around the same time because of course all Marvel universe happens around the same time with their origin stories. I think that was like a great way instead of like giving us like that Stan Lee like
That
dialogue
Stanley
box.
exposition.
Yeah, where it comes in clunky, it comes in from like a third party spectator, like omnipotent spectator where it's just a narration box. You're just like, okay, this is like this kind of overview of it, but no, it's done from the point of view of a character who plays an important role and sets off the whole rest of the story. And I thought that was
Yeah.
like actually very neat, and it has a great first act where you get like pretty good action, but then it leads into the rest of it. And
Yeah, you like what you that first act you believe that's what the book is going to be about, but it's really just about, just Doctor Strange doing a favor for Doom because he proved himself to be, Sorcerer Supreme.
yeah, so yeah, exactly, because your prologue is simply this is Doom, this is Strange, these are where the two are different, and their characteristics and their traits. But then you go into like, all right, so we're going to have a contest of sorcerers, and the one who proves himself will be named Sorcerer Supreme. Obviously, it's Doctor Strange, and a bunch of other sorcerers get called to this the Temple of Three, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
And there they battle like three gods and try to rescue the aged Genghis. And it's just the outcome is so simple, and it's just like I release you. Like that's all he does.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Strange's the way he's able to not attack so quickly but to analyze and being calm and centered, and that is what helps him win what that tournament was by the Vishanti.
Yeah, exactly. And it also shows you like Doom being very calculating in the background. He's not as reactive as all the other sorcerers when they start attacking that big giant crystal, which the aged Genghis is trapped in. It's more like he is sitting there in the background, he's watching it, he's using technology, using the very limited spells that he knows to hold off the attacks and everything, making his like barrier stronger and whatever. And but the outcome of it, of course, Doctor Strange wins the title Sorcerer Supreme. But doing that, Vishanti gives him some sort of lets him bestow a wish upon anybody else who held out during this competition, which happened to be Doctor Doom. And Doctor Doom, at first, Strange was like, "Hell no, I don't want. I
No,
don't want any."
I'm not going to be around. I don't want to do anything for this dictator.
Which, I mean, totally true. He's like, why would he want to do that? He doesn't want to be like, all right, I'm going to use, the mystic arts to just basically like take over the world or whatever. And Doctor Strange is like, yeah, fuck that, dude. But then that's where the story really comes into play, where he goes, no, actually, I want to go save the soul of my mother.
Yeah, which
Which,
is it's such a like a turnaround of what you've read like if you're reading like the Marvel universe in, chronological order. It's pretty much a departure, a complete like 180 from what you expect from Doom. Cause, like I mentioned earlier, Victor is just, very like I rule Latveria. I rule it with an iron fist, and my people are fed, and they love me for it. I'm the best at everything. But like to do something that seems so, it's not selfish, because usually that's like you think he's trying to take over the world or anything, but he's like, no, I want to do something for someone that I love.
yeah, I think it's yeah, I mean, selfish, not selfish to a certain degree, of course, but yeah, Doom is the characterization of Doom in here is just so fucking good, and
Oh yeah.
Roger Stern knocks it out of the park. That's why we're talking about this, because he it was in this battle in the beginning in the first act where he just basically starts attacking Doctor Strange, and he's just like, "Hey, only one of us can be Sorcerer Supreme," and then starts blasting with some beams. But yeah, again, there's a lot of hubris in this man, and even the way his people treat him, the way he's just like, all right, I'll do everything for you, but you have to give undying loyalty to me, which is kind of like what we see of like North Korea. But in
Yeah.
here, you see Doctor Strange, he's like an outsider, just kind of like he expects it to be doom and gloom, pun intended. Uh, but then he starts seeing, he's like, hold on, the love these people have for Doom is just kind of it's genuine. It's kind of weird. Um, and then that's where we get into the backstory of Doom's mom.
Yeah, what I really like about how Stern plotted this is there is exposition, and it does it real well, that you get the right information about each of these characters. You there's little vignettes of the ancient Genghis talking about when he first met Doom, and when he first met Strange, and Doom just barging in there saying, "You're going to teach me magic and sorcery," and ancient Genghis is like, well, I know other people, I don't teach, sorry. um
Yeah,
yeah, and he sends Doom on his way, and then and then later on, when he meets present day Doom, he's just like, "Oh, you're not as brash as you used to be," and he's just like, "I was naive and young, but still, don't underestimate me."
yeah. There's that underlining, like, I have respect for you, but don't fuck with me, sort of
Yes,
deal. It's that.
no, 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 that's exactly it.
Yeah,
And you get to see these little like flashback moments of exposition, like Doctor Strange telling his story of the car accident, and how his hands broke, and then he turned to magic, and became the Sorcerer Supreme. Oh well, I thought what Stern does, he really adds more depth to Doom, instead of being like the typical comic book villain. You said, like the people of his country adore him in a genuine way, because he makes their lives better.
yeah.
And
He rules with an iron fist.
yeah.
And it's crazy because when you talk about the exposition, there is a lot of exposition in this book.
Oh,
Like
a
a
lot.
lot. You're getting everyone's backstory. You're getting backstories of characters you don't fucking see. It's all over the place. But the thing is, how it's written, how it's drawn, and how I even like lettered, it flows so damn well because it pushes the story forward. Because by the time Doctor Strange gets back to Latveria and he's like noticing all this stuff going on, that's where we get the backstory of Doom's origins, like pre Fantastic Four. I think before Reed and him in university, we get, like his mom and his dad, his mom's kind of dabbling in witchcraft, and then her downfall by making a deal with Mephisto, which is like a monkey's paw situation where she
Yeah.
like wishes she had power to help her people, but not knowing how to control it, she ends up killing a ton of people, and which ends up mortally wounding her. Which then Mephisto done takes her soul. And it's just
Everybody's favorite conspiracy, Mephisto.
oh god, yeah, I know. I know it's Mephisto he's the devil of the Marvel universe. For those of you who don't know, and I'm so tired of Mephisto because one more day, and then when WandaVision came out, and that was a whole ass thing with everyone's conspiracy theory, and I was like, I don't care. Just tell me the story. Everyone and their damn theories about it.
Yeah.
And it just turned out to be one giant dick joke, so whatever.
A boner joke.
A boner joke, I'm sorry, there's a difference.
All right. Yeah, so getting back to it. So basically, like, I like how Roger Stern goes ahead and he picks up on a plot thread that Stan Lee wrote back in the day. I believe it was Astonishing Tales, where Stan Lee came up, or he wrote the idea that Doom is searching for his mother's soul. And Roger Stern went and created, this whole graphic novel. And with I think it's wonderful because you have all that like when Strange and Doom go into Mephisto's realm, that's when the art really it takes a boost right there.
That's where
And
Mignola and Badger seem to like just start firing on all cylinders.
yeah, and literally everything's on fire in hell.
Yeah, and it's constantly shifting too. It's a realm that constantly shifts. So every time they land somewhere, it's at a different place, and just hordes of demons everywhere. Mephisto is drawn like freaking 20 feet tall. Honestly, it's a pretty good hellscape. I would say like second to like who's the artist for Sandman when Sandman goes to hell and confronts Lucifer? Like where it's just like pure evil, and like you're just like, oh shit, this this isn't good. Like you're in hell, and
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's like really good. Like where I think this book like really shines because once
Took the words from my mouth.
once you because we have a lot of exposition with Doom's mother.
Yes.
And after that, then that's when they traverse into hell. They're like, all right, let's go ahead and do this. And then that's where the book just like, again, fires off. It's just like, at that point, the book doesn't stop. It just keeps on going. Like, you had a lot of good, quiet, like, in that first half of the book, but that second half is just like, it feels like a pretty good action scene.
Oh
A long
yeah,
action scene.
definitely. Like, I think if it were to be adapted into like an animated film, it would be amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Like a faithful adaptation. If you did it.
Listen, Marvel, just do it.
Just do it, please. DC's done it for years.
It's hard to like because the story isn't what a lot of writers were doing. I would have to say like back then in the 80s, and I think that's when writing like really took a turn for like the better.
Yeah.
That's where we start getting more modern writing. I'm not sure if Jim Shooter was the editor on this or not. Was he? Or no. By this time he was out, right?
What year was this?
This is 88.
1988. And May. Let's see. Al Milgram.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Jim Shooter, I know, liked to do. He was the original. He was the editor in chief from like 77 or 78 to like 85 or 86, somewhere in the mid to late 80s. He righted the ship of Marvel because they were kind of going a little downwards. But the writing style that he wanted everyone to do is just so verbose. It just everyone's talking about their powers over and over again with each issue. And even I know Roger Stern kind of falls into that a little bit with his Amazing Spider-Man run, which is amazing. I highly recommend everyone go check out his Amazing Spider-Man run. But in this, he keeps the dialogue clean. He keeps it going. There's no wasted space in this graphic novel, and that's why I tell everyone, just like, you want to read good Doctor Doom, this is it. It isn't him being, I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to go into the UN and hypnotize everybody so I can rule the world. Sort of deal.
Shaking his fist. Take that, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I'll get you again.
Yeah. This is definitely the book that I always recommend for, not only Doom, but Doctor Strange as well, because you get his origin story in here.
Yes.
So, and it's a complete story. You could sit down and you can read it just in one sitting.
Yeah, because even, all right, so they get into hell, and it's honestly, I'm just going to be pretty blunt here. Hell and Mephisto are wrecking Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange. It's wrecking their shit pretty hard.
Yes.
Like they are just being torn apart. They had no idea. They were so underprepared, even though Doctor Strange right before was training Doctor Doom in spells, and he was like, this guy's a fast learner. And then Doctor Doom was like, all right, I have all this technology, and I'm gonna I gotta do it to match up to Strange's sorcery. No, surpass it. And even with all that, they're just getting rocked.
Yeah, they're getting their shit wrecked.
And
they really are.
And that's what I love about like stories like this. I know, like off recording, I said like I'm taking a break from superheroes for a little bit, but that's what I liked. I'd like to see, like, of course they win in the end. Yeah, that's how superhero stories play out. But when you see, my favorite thing is like, I love to see my heroes when they kind of have their backs against the wall.
Yeah, I think that's the fun part about, superhero comics is like, how are they going to overcome this? Yeah. And you clearly see that there is a desperation on, on Strange's part, because he has to fulfill this promise to Doom. And Doom is doing this because it's his mom.
Yeah. And there goes, and it's said over and over again. You have your love for your parents, and it's just like you want to give them that chance. And that, I love that desperation coming from Doom, because it does feel selfless. It does feel at a character in a good way, where it doesn't sacrifice who he is, but
because he's still a dick.
Yeah, he is still a dick. And because at one point in the story, he while they get separated, and that's where we get a more dive into Doctor Strange's past.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of have Doom making a separate deal with Mephisto, in which the dick comes into play.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's Doom. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why it shocked me. I was reading it the second time because I don't know, it's been like maybe 10 years since I read this book. And then I was like, Doom. I was like,
How
Strange is
could
helping
you?
you. Yeah,
Well, Doom is going to doom, you know?
Doom's going Doom. I think the only one he hasn't betrayed is Valeria.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's, that's his goddaughter.
Yeah,
And
that's
they're, yeah. And they're basically like
almost the same.
almost the same.
Yeah.
It's their hubris. And I think what Valeria, like the thing about Reed Richards wanting to solve everything, I think Valeria takes that on, but she has more of Doom's mindset, what is like, there's a bit of self interest and selfishness.
Yes, I'd have to say she has a better moral compass than Doom.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what, of course, separates the two because she's a Richards. Um, but that I like going back into Doctor Strange's backstory during this whole bit, which the story does slow down a bit, but it's still progressing it further because we get his side of him being in hell, where he notices he was like that. He had a lot of hubris. He just told a guy in his flashback, hey, you can't afford me through your insurance. I don't take Medicaid people. You can afford me, go talk to my receptionist. You can't, get the hell out of my office. And I was just like, dude, this Doctor Strange is more vicious than like I've seen like from the Silver Age and even from the movie. Like in the movie, yeah, he's a dick, but it's still this guy is
Yeah.
he's like he's just like, you can't afford my skills. You don't deserve to have like the best hands in the world operating on you. And seeing that growth as he, gets into the car accident, his hands get messed up, and then he seeks help from the Ancient One. And going back to the beginning of the story, after Doctor Doom starts roughing up, the aged Genghis, Doctor Strange comes in like a day later, and then he's like, hey, I'm on my way back from like the Ancient One. I thought I'd pay my respects. Then he stays with aged Genghis for like 3 days to like help him out and like nurse him back to health, basically.
Yeah, and it just really goes to show you, there are complete story arcs for the characters in this graphic novel
Yeah.
that uh that makes it, perfect for anyone that just wants to pick up a good story.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so new reader friendly. And I mean, even if you're to like third or fifth or 10th or 100th, it's still a very fun read. And so while Doctor Strange is dealing with his side, realizing, hey, I've grown a lot. This may be a thing. I'm still going to help Doom, even if that is an illusion down there. And it turns out to be a trick from Doctor Doom, that he was going to capture Doctor Strange, give him to Mephisto in exchange for his mother's soul. Of course, that doesn't plan out well because Mephisto himself, like, we know the devil of lore. He basically
He's a
he's
trickster.
he's a trickster. He's the master deceiver. But the story takes another little twist in it where, and again, this is where I bring up the monkey paw situation,
Yeah.
is that when Doom's mom comes back, she sees Doom. They have this very loving moment. He's like, I got you, mom. It's okay. I had to make it. I had to make a deal with the devil to get you back. And she's like, hold on, hold on, hold on. My son wouldn't do that. Stay away from me. She starts backing up, and she's like, how can you trade one soul to get me back? And he's like, I would have traded 1,000 souls just to get you back. And she decides, hey, I don't want to do this. If you're going to make a deal with him, I don't want to be back. And then she goes and solidifies or petrifies herself once again into stone.
It's gonna be so heartbreaking.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine that. Like, you get your mom back, and then she sees you as a fucking monster. It's nice to see that kind of like twist play out. Like I say, it's like a monkey paw situation, because then Mephisto just like, ha ha, I got you, doing his like deceiver trickster thing. But then Doctor Strange is like trapped in this like kind of crystal prison thing. But then it explodes, and then you find out that Doctor Doom is going to betray uh is
This has
going to
more twists than a Shyamalan movie.
dude, it's like a Ocean's 11. It's like they go in there to go for a heist, and then they're like, all right, I'll make a deal with you. All right, we're going to betray you, and then no, you're getting betrayed, and like, damn it, you son of a bitch, I'm in. It's like it's like that. It's basically a heist movie.
A heist for souls.
A heist for souls, the soul heist.
Yeah. That's what it should have been called.
I know, Doctor Strange, Strange Doom Soul Heist. Copyright, take that, Disney. Come on, Disney, take it.
Hey, Disney, I got a new idea for a book.
Yeah, so by the end of it, the only way, every time they try to take a step up against Mephisto, he ends up knocking them back down. He's 10 steps ahead of them, or 100 steps ahead of them. They can't defeat him in his own realm, but the only way they can do that is if they use like this divine light of what is it, like a divine light of like justice or something, using the Doom's mom's redeemed soul as power to weaken Mephisto, which I thought was a neat trick from Strange. Even against, and Doom was just like, hell no, like, what are you doing? You're using my soul as like the one way to get out of here. And basically Mephisto's just had enough. He releases them. But here's the thing: is Strange mentions to, you know, his kind of his to Doom's underling is like, did Doom do that on purpose? Did he know that the redeemed soul was going to do that? And was this all part of Doom's plan to get his mom to basically go to heaven while, you know, instead of having her here on the mortal plane? Did he know? And we don't really get that as a clear answer, but I think that just shows like maybe it could go either one of two ways with Doom. Like, one, like this was all part of his master plan just to get his mom's soul into heaven, or that his own backfired. And
I am in the camp of wanting to think that this is all part of Doom's master plan, because he is a genius. Yes. And maybe it's just my like goodwill and thinking that, like, you know what, maybe Doom is not that such of a bad guy after all.
And that's what Doctor Strange is thinking at the end of the thing. And I think that's what Roger Stern wants us as readers to understand about Doom too, is that, you know, maybe Doom isn't all like, he isn't 100% evil. He's maybe like 75% evil.
Yeah, like he's not
What?
No, you're right. And you know what? He's not the mustache twirling villain that Stan Lee wrote him out to be. Because even if, like, I was reading through some of old Amazing Spider-Man issues written by Stan Lee, and there was like an issue where Doctor Doom steals, I believe he steals Flash Thompson because he thinks he's Spider-Man, and then he's just this mustache twirling villain in it. Yeah.
Was Flash wearing like a Spider-Man costume or something?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. He was wearing a Spider-Man costume or some shit like that. But like, Jesus. It's just like I'm going to take over the world, and I'll start by destroying the mysterious Spider-Man. And yeah.
How? Like, where? I understand Doom is a genius, but where does that fit into his grand master plan of
taking over the world? Something about nuclear weapons at the time.
I want to go take over the world, but first I have to take over that wall crawler in Queens.
Yeah, exactly. The one who like the guy who's beating up all the thugs.
Yeah, that low level, because this is before Spider-Man became like a bigger hero. He was just, because for decades he was friendly.
He was friendly neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, but like Roger Stern just put so much depth into, you know, what makes Doom such a great villain, or such a great character in general. Because honestly, I love Doom.
Yes.
Like Victor Von Doom is one of my favorite comic book characters. You know,
Yes.
Roger Stern's take, Jonathan Hickman's. Oh,
Oh yeah.
brilliant,
Oh
brilliant.
yes. Give it
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, right. Yeah, so you have I don't even know where I was going with that.
Yeah, no, it happened to me like probably like 5 minutes ago. I had no idea where I was going with that, so I just ended with the yeah.
Yeah. But I do believe that this is a wonderful, like, one and done graphic novel, a complete story, great characterization, uh, just fucking fantastic artwork.
Yes,
It's like it's just so pretty to look at. It
it is.
really is.
Yeah, because the colors really shine in here too, especially when you get to hell. The colors are just out there, and like this isn't like typical, how do I say it, like that old like Marvel style, old comic book style Bronze Age
Yeah.
colors. Like this is where they start experimenting more, where I think like even like the printing has gotten a lot better at during this point too.
Yeah, because if you look at like old copies of like Marvel graphic novel, New Mutants, uh
Yeah,
Death of
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, God Loves Man Kills,
Yeah.
uh the coloring on that is always just to me it's what makes the artwork sing.
Yes, yes. I always love that about the Marvel graphic novel line from the 80s. Like I just that entire I just love the coloring from it. It just makes it feel like old, sure, but
Yeah.
makes it feel different from everything else that was being published at the time. And I don't and even when it comes to like DC too, it was just like
Well, like,
it,
the thing is that the colors are so bold, and usually when you just pick up an issue of like Amazing Spider-Man, Mighty Thor, X-Men, it's just flat coloring. But
yeah,
this
flat.
it's bold. There's definitely more colors. Uh and having the artists take their time with the artwork to do backgrounds, and then
Yeah.
you have to go and color that, and it makes it feel like a really like lived in world.
Yeah, I do want to note out that when we see Doctor Doom in like the flashbacks, like when we're getting like, all right, Doctor Doom left and he came back and he's like the man in the Iron Mask, that his mask looks very Kirby-esque. But when you see him in present day, it looks, like a modern day Doctor Doom. Like I noticed that I
I
had to
love
go
that.
yeah, it's just like it's a nice tribute to Jack Kirby, the story all around, I guess, to Stan Lee as well. Um, and just to see that, that's just some good stuff.
I know
Um,
anytime an artist does like a little tribute to Kirby, I
yeah,
like,
it's this page right here.
okay, yeah, oh god, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you can see it's very
Oh,
Kirby esque. And then when you get to like close ups of Doom later on, it's not necessarily like that. It's just more updated Doom, and I think it was like later or earlier on in this story where I was just like, oh shit, he looks way different. Yeah, well, can't find it right now, but
yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there is a character in the beginning of the graphic novel when all the sorcerers are at the, was it the Temple of Three?
yeah,
Um, and I was laughing because one of the background sorcerers that's there is just this woman, and let me tell you how she's dressed. She is wearing like knee-high boots,
yeah.
panties, a belt, and a leather jacket with spikes on the shoulders.
Was
With
she the
no,
Atlantean?
no, 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 no. This was just some random punk-looking chick, and she has nothing underneath the leather jacket. It's like she woke up from her sleep, put on a jacket and her boots and a belt, and decided to go to the Temple of Three for for a sorcerer tournament.
Oh, Jesus. Let me
And
see what you're talking
that's all
about.
she's wearing. And
I see a lady in a trench coat here.
She's literally like a background character, and then she's like
Oh
fighting
my
side by
God.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, I see her. I see her butt cheeks here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, like
she is
yeah,
exactly. She is
there's
so
right there.
sexy. She's so sexy. I want to know more about her. You know what? Like, I'm a
She
fan.
also
I'm a fan. I like. Yes, I love her. I want to see a book starring her. Like, I don't know who she is. I'm sure she has like a name.
God, this is so gratuitous. This is like an Eric Larson book.
Well,
Like
it
honestly,
was during that time.
yeah, because it just reminds me of something like straight out of like early Image, like that whole early '90s Marvel early Image where the women are just like in these very skimpy outfits that don't make a lot of sense, like logically, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Looking at you, Miss Marvel.
oh
The
God.
Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel.
Oh my God, there's another. Why are all the women in here showing their butts?
Because
There's another woman in here, and yeah, it's a woman. Yeah.
that's
Uh,
that's that is my friend. That is my sister. That is my confidant. I love her.
oh jeez.
She looks like she's a great time at brunch.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
I don't even know.
Does the character even have a name, or just background character, like an
Oh,
extra?
so her name is Screamer. Real name is Elsie Manning.
Is she from England? Is she the English one?
Let's see. Apparently, this is her only appearance.
All right, so we need a pitch to Marvel that we want a one shot with her, a deluxe size one shot.
Yes, please. Marvel, I will write this book. Elsie Manning is my new best friend.
All right, and Elsie Manning, like this outfit with like pre Australian Dazzler. I think it'll work because I like the way Dazzler's outfit looks, like with the like blue unitard with the jacket over. Jackets are
Yeah,
cool.
jackets are dope.
Yeah, I mean it'll work. It'll work.
All right. So, Miles, tell me where you can get this book.
Oh my God, I can't tell you where you can get this book. You would have to look it up at comicshoplocator.com and look up any local comic shops in your area. Just give them a call, see if they have it in stock. If they don't, then you can probably go to Amazon, cheapgraphicnovels.com, or instocktrades.com. Where you can purchase any graphic novel, or I wouldn't say any graphic novel, but just go ahead and search for Doctor Doom, Triumph, and Torment.
All right. Well, that concludes today's episode.
All right, I'm glad we got that out. This is an excellent story. I think it's new reader friendly. I think it's old reader friendly. It's personally one of my favorite Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange stories. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. And yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one I highly recommend to anyone wanting to jump in and getting to know these characters. It's a great character piece for both Strange and Doom. All right, so everybody go out there, read your books.
Hey, read your books.
Read your books,
Go
have
read.
fun. Go get lost.
Yeah, exactly. Have fun, kids.
Yeah. All right. Well, my name is Andre.
All right, my name is Miles. Signing off.
Goodbye.
Bye.